Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Meghalaya plans to expand STEM buses and concerns over school transport cut. State government steps in to resolve Nehu crisis after 422 days without Vice Chancellor. HYC slams Meghalaya government over months-long salary delay for contractual nurses. And US President Donald Trump threatens 25% tariff on countries trading with Iran amid rising tensions. Starting off with the local news. Education Minister Lakshman Rimbo yesterday said the state government plans to increase the number of STEM buses for school-going children in the coming months depending on their effectiveness. His remarks come amid concerns over the Meghalaya Transport Corporation's decision to discontinue school bus services from April the 1st. The minister said he is yet to ascertain the reasons behind the move. He also acknowledged parents' concerns over affordability and reliability of alternative transport, adding that STEM buses were introduced 2 years ago under Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma's initiative to support students and ease traffic congestion.
Government is encouraging the carpooling for the student so that it will solve the traffic congestion. More importantly, it will help the student community, and I'm very grateful to Honorable Chief Minister. 2 years back, he have launched this STEM bus, which is quite helpful. I'm sure that the government will increase the availability. I'm sure the government have the proper plan to tackle this decision of MTC.
Various Nehu stakeholders met Education Minister Lakshman Rimbo yesterday seeking urgent intervention to resolve what they called a complete governance breakdown at the university. Representatives of Nehuta, Nehu-Su KSU Nehu unit and Nehu NSA said Nehu is functioning without key officials, including the Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Registrar and Finance Officer. Pending results, delayed fellowships and unpaid salaries of nearly 900 staff were highlighted, with stakeholders urging immediate action to prevent further paralysis of the institution.
There's nobody to take decisions. There are a lot of things pending. The results, PhD results, master degree results, UG results, fellowship bills, all sort of medical emergencies that are coming up. There's nobody to take a call. Why? Because there's nobody sitting in the chair. So this is a very, very, frustrating kind of situation that we have never encountered. I'm sure you will never hear it in any central university because, the statutory provisions are there that when the VC is not there, the PVC should perform the duty. And when PVC is not there, the senior most professor will perform the duty of the VC. Problem are there, like I said, the fellowships are there. Now we have the bulk of our non-teaching staff are contractual or through the outsourced agency. They are about 900 of them. And they are supposed to get their December salary by 10th of January. Today is 12th. There is nobody to process the salary and there is nobody to approve the salary.
Meanwhile, Meghalaya government has intervened to address the prolonged administrative crisis at Nehu, which has been without a Vice Chancellor for over 422 days. Education Minister Lakshman Rimbo has directed officials to engage with the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Nehu's Tura campus to find an immediate solution. Warning that students and affiliated colleges are being affected, Rimbo said academic functioning has been paralyzed with delays in results, salaries and programs. He stressed the need for both interim arrangements and a permanent resolution, adding that the state leadership is in touch with the center to restore stability at the university.
Whatever may be the thing, that the universities should function and should not affect the student community in Nehu. But as of now, we learn that without even the pro-VC in long campus, it is very difficult for declaration of result, for payment of wages, for sanctioning of different seminar and all, or for the, more importantly, for the declaration of result and other program of new.
The Hinyo-Treb Youth Council has raised strong objections over the non-payment of salaries to 288 contractual staff nurses under the Meghalaya Health and Family Welfare Department. HYC President Roy Kupar Sindram said the nurses have not been paid since October 2025 and are continuing work without any written service extension. Calling the situation inhuman and unjust, the HYC said frontline healthcare workers are being pushed into financial distress and mental stress, terming it a serious administrative failure by the department and the state government.
Been informed that for the last 2 or 3 months they have not been paid their salaries. Of course, as a community, as a state, we had celebrated the festive season, but sadly these 280 plus staff nurses have not been paid their dues. This has caused great hardship to their families and personally to them, and it has also caused mental distress amongst them. So we condemn also the state government, which pride itself of putting the health sector in the forefront.
Tura MP Saling Sangma on Monday criticized the NPP-led MDA government, alleging failure to curb illegal activities and maintain law and order in Meghalaya. Citing the recent death of a youth linked to illegal stone quarrying in Garo Hills, he claimed that illegal mining, coal extraction and cattle smuggling are continuing openly. Questioning enforcement, Sangma said inaction has allowed criminal activities to grow and urged the government to take firm steps to restore public safety and governance.
We have seen lots of activities that is happening within our state. Not only the quarry, the illegal quarry. We are seeing the illegal smuggling, illegal transportations of this and that. Lots. When you say lots is happening. Even day before yesterday, I have seen in one of the Facebook that illegal transportations of smuggling of cattle. And you know what? In the north Garo Hills near Adokri, how many routes are there in Meghalaya to cross to enter the Meghalaya? How many? Imagine that one. When the hundreds of cattle are being smuggled to Bangladesh and threatening the locals, those who are seeing it, and the police are not doing anything.
After decades of waiting, the people of Rinkuskong and nearby villages are set to get a suspension bridge over the Shalai River. Mausanram MLA Olat Singh Suin recently visited the site where the 95-meter-long bridge will be constructed at an estimated cost of Rs 48 lakh. The project is being funded under the State Rural Employment Society of the Community and Rural Development Department. Construction is expected to begin shortly. Once completed, the bridge will improve connectivity for Rinkuskong and surrounding villages, linking them to Hat Maudon, Lauba, Nonglai, Nongtrai, Umyang and nearby areas.
Malayo na lumbaw si Minister ba don kamusi maniralem banpui igadong katay na kita bansnay gi suspension bridge nalai ga jintho si Minister na do bunay may arhay kasaw ringin padyo ping mantaw snem ni dan siyo mun shwa kut no snem arhay jarpsan nglayo ya ka sanction ban mantang sedang mantrin on arhay jar atunre kani ka sanction ni ka bansnay nga suspension bridge kadi saufu pralak.
The Meghalaya Commercial Truck Owners and Drivers Association held another round of talks with cement company representatives on Monday in East Jaintia Hills, but the meeting ended without any breakthrough. Briefing the media, MC Toda leaders said this was the third inconclusive meeting on freight rates. They reiterated that the Meghalaya High Court has fixed the rate at Rs 8 per kilometre and warned that ignoring the order would trigger agitation. MC Toda said it will continue talks till January the 19th, failing which further action may be taken.
Kadai kawin na kilat kaba kaban wanra ka jingkermen ken ya ka ribe ka jaj menu wajungi namar ba ya lengba ka jing budin gumni nga soban ong ba kini kimat lani ki isu ki jungi kinom jaklat oh kan kawanra ya ka nu ka kunhun la ya nu ka asyon na nu ka seng ba ngin pendap ya ki ki jingkular ki ba ngi la ya lam yo pai ba but ngili ami pai ba apanya ki ba ngin yo ya uta usok jong ka jingjob adu ban yo usok jong jingjob.
Meghalaya Power Generation and Distribution Corporation Limited today organized a special awareness and training program for residents near the Umtru hydroelectric power station in Bernihat. Power Minister Medbalingdo and CNRD Minister Sostana Sotun attended, highlighting safety measures, cleanliness and protection of the facility. The event included a plantation drive and a rally by school children, concluding with an inspection of the dam by the ministers.
Under the initiative of the CPMU, these programs focus on educating downstream residents about the risks associated with dam operations and the proactive measures required for risk mitigation. The number of India's dams are aging, making them more vulnerable, while factors like climate change and structural deficiencies heighten the risk.
Opposition leader Dr. Mukul Sangma yesterday visited the residence of late Dilseng M. Sangma at Phulbari in West Garo Hills district to pay his last respects and offer condolences to the bereaved family. He also assured support for the education of the deceased 17-year-old daughter. During the visit, Dr. Sangma raised concerns over illegal quarrying, stressed the importance of protecting Nokma rights under the 6th schedule, and expressed disappointment over inadequate police presence in the area. "28 women artisans were awarded certificates after completing a 50-day training program on airy silk production and weaving at Nongrim Umpowin in Riboy district. The program was conducted by Airy Weave Private Limited and facilitated by the Umpowin Cluster Level Federation. In his address, Mohati MLA Charles Marngar lauded the initiative for empowering women with sustainable livelihoods and assured continued support through MLA schemes and partnerships to strengthen women-led economic activities.
Ngiu ba ni sorong ba katemri boy ke jongi ngiu ba nongpo konsensi nadu ke por ke dangdon imahe Dr. Didi Lepang ilasdang bat menta ke im kilong kemi ki im bat ni sorong ba ikong yesha lengba uknyang rendia uksai uba pipitir ke ba pipi wirong ke ba pipi tan ke tu ke jan ke poi ke leng ke pertai.
The Sinjuk Kirangbash Nong Riboy district met the Deputy Commissioner and Superintendent of Police to raise key public welfare concerns. The delegation urged strict traffic enforcement, stronger action against drugs and crime, better police village coordination and strengthening of village defence parties. They also highlighted problems in Jal Jeevan Mission implementation, pending Manrega material payments and delays in construction of 7-foot overbridges. The DC and SP assured the delegation that the issues would be taken up seriously.
Jot jonguni usrok nadu na po umyam hadu jerabat kadai lang ba kajing ya jong gini kali ki bakit parat put kabanakala jong sunjuk ngadep pendia keren menta bat USP jong Riboy district hakaba nakaliang jung ulak kular ban sim khyai kani bar ho ya kini sha gumbal ekran na meeting kamde gabanta jong ka police department ban page ban check ne ka jong ka transport department na gabanta ban page ya kan ka jingkit kya jong ni kali ki bakit parat put ti nakaliang jung ngi penpau ba nang ni sekmat nakaliang jong ka transport department bat ka police department ru kin le ka badai khamta ma ka badai ban te lakam kini kali ki ba kit parat.
The village organization Dongbir, East and West Khasi Hills, held its annual general meeting today at Mairang's Community Hall. Representatives of 12 self-help groups attended, where the secretary highlighted initiatives supporting self-employment, small businesses and skill development. The program concluded with interactive discussions and awards for outstanding small self-help groups members and office bearers for the dedicated work.
Not kata yang terpisah kepada bangsa ini juga para syukur. Lakalong ibaca apa dengan besar pada di grup kan. Kan syukur. Kepada bulan syukur. Jangka biru.
Moving on to the regional news. As Uruka arrives tomorrow, festive preparations are in full swing across Assam for Magh Bihu, the state's major harvest festival marking the end of the farming season. Also known as Bhogali Bihu, the three-day celebration highlights abundance, gratitude and community bonding through feasts, mejis and bhelaghars. Rooted in ancient Vedic traditions, the festival blends age-old rituals with modern practices, symbolizing prosperity, shared joy and Assam's enduring cultural heritage. A glimpse at the national news. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar today said India will approach its BRICS 2026 chairship with a humanity-first, people-centric vision, launching the BRICS India 2026 website, logo and theme. He said the grouping remains a key platform for cooperation among emerging economies. India's chairship theme, Building Resilience, Innovation, Cooperation and Sustainability, will focus on inclusive growth, technological innovation, climate action and stronger people-to-people ties as BRICS marks 20 years of its journey.
When India prepares to assume the BRICS chairship in 2026, we do so at an important moment in the grouping's journey. In 2026, BRICS will complete 20 years since its inception, during which it has steadily evolved into a significant platform for cooperation among emerging markets and developing economies. Over the years, BRICS has expanded its agenda and membership, responding to changing global realities while remaining focused on people-centric development, fostering dialogue, and promoting practical cooperation.
News around the globe. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw today participated in the Critical Minerals Ministerial Meeting in Washington, D.C., hosted by U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. The discussions focused on strengthening global supply chains for critical minerals, including rare earth elements. Vaishnaw said resilient mineral supply chains are vital for India's rapidly growing electronics and manufacturing sectors. Ministers from major economies, including Australia, Japan, Germany, the UK and others, took part, with talks covering sustainable sourcing, technology sharing, recycling and funding of new mineral projects.
So in this meeting, participants from various countries, they discussed their experience, the steps that they are taking in making the supply chain resilient, especially technology for refining, processing the mineral ores so that high quality critical minerals, especially the rare earth, permanent magnets, those kind of materials can be secured in a long term, in a sustainable manner.
US President Donald Trump has warned that countries maintaining commercial ties with Iran will face a 25% tariff on all trade with the United States. The White House said all options remain on the table, including military action, though diplomacy is the preferred path. Iran has cautioned it is fully prepared to respond to any attack, as nationwide protests over economic hardship continue, with rights groups reporting hundreds killed and thousands detained. In sports, the India Open Badminton 2026 began today at New Delhi's Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium. PV Sindhu leads India's campaign after returning from injury, joined by Malvika Bansod, Tanvi Sharma, Trisa Jolly and Gayatri Gopichand. Men's singles feature an all-Indian opening clash between Lakshay Sen and Ayush Shetty, with Kidambi Shrikant and HS Pranoy also competing. Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty headline men's doubles, while Tanisha Krasto and Dhruv Kapila led mixed doubles. The Super 750 event also serves as a warm-up for this year's BWF World Championships at the same venue. A look at the weather report. In Tura, the minimum temperature stands at 12 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature at 23 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 48%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature stands at 7 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature at 18 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 69%. Lastly, in Jowai, the minimum temperature stands at 8 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature at 18 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 47%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says clear weather most likely to occur. Before we wind up, a recap of the headlines. Meghalaya plans to expand STEM buses and concerns over school transport cut. State government steps in to resolve Nehu crisis after 422 days without Vice Chancellor. HYC slams Meghalaya government over months-long salary delay for contractual nurses. And US President Donald Trump threatens 25% tariff on countries trading with Iran and rising tensions. With that, dear viewers, we come to the end of the news bulletin. For more updates, join us tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Until then, goodbye.